right. I hear the construction in the background, so we might have some stuff going on with next door neighbor there. But I always say this. One of my favorite questions is about influencers because I get the most incredible answers a lot of times. Influencers, all different colors, sizes, you name it. They come at you for 1 second sometimes. Sometimes it's for a lifetime. Can you give us a sense of maybe 2 or 3 people that have been influencers in your life?
Yep. Well, and I'll lump just a bunch of them into one maybe. And I think for me, influencers who've actually made a massive impression on me from a young age are Nelson Mandela and Anwar Sadat, for the fact that they were in prison and for years unjustly, doesn't even matter if it's justly or unjustly, but unjustly, and in solitary, and managed to transform their brains in a way that when they came out, they transformed the world. Right. And they were able to rise above all the constructs, and instead of it, that little solitary cell narrowing their world, they managed to transcend to another plane and then come out very much the same as Gandhi, who, if you read about him at 22, 23, he was this like homesick lawyer in London and managed to think, go deep, meditate, whatever it is, all those practices that managed to help him see where the world could be different, and then bring 2 nations to like bend to his will. And that to me is phenomenal, to be able to reach that level of just reconstructing the reality around you, and not doing that just for yourself, but then taking the world on that journey. So that's what's always kind of mind boggled and inspired me the most, is how to tap into that, how to recognize other people like that and really learn from how they approach things.
It's funny because Anwar Sadat is actually one of my top influencers.
Amazing.
And I've not heard too many people say that.
No, but to me, he and Mandela, it was a very similar journey of really coming out after centuries of unrest and of unfair inequities and war that no one from any political persuasion was able to change, and no one thought could be changed, certainly not on the timetable that they did it. And to do that coming from prison and from everything getting taken away from you, I find it awesome.
I would add, I'm going to ask you if you have any women that have been influencers, and I would probably suggest, from what I know, that your mom's got to be one.
Oh, 100%. I mean, usually my list includes the 3 of them, and Martin Luther King Jr. for very much the same reasons of thinking out of the box, and Mother Teresa, and my mom. And my mom very much, I wish that I had more of her personality in me. She's much more quiet behind the scenes, but like super strong at just keeping everything together and seeing what's going on and showing up and being of service. And being of service doesn't need to be asked, and it's just there, and is always a constant in so many people's lives, and is there to just show up selflessly and not ever want credit, not ever want to be in the front of the room, and in a way that I wish that she was more of that, right, and would take more credit and really see all the good that she does. But she and my dad were the ones who we had, just as a quick sideline that actually goes to some of what we were talking about earlier on George Floyd and racial inequities. She and my dad, I grew up in New Canaan, Connecticut, which is a very white suburb. And we, every year, the elementary school had 2 teachers from a Black teachers college in Virginia. And every year, one of the teachers stayed with us. And it wasn't, to us, it was like, oh, cool, we're one of the 2 families. But because of that, they, with intent, without lecturing us, without anything, made sure that we were exposed to different cultures, different communities, and people who we respected, who were way above where we were as elementary school kids, and they were like the other teacher in class. And I realized later that I grew up a lot different than a lot of my friends did, because of experiences that I wasn't hit over the head with, but that were really crafted to make sure that we were more aware.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. I will tell you that, with all kidding aside, that you are an influencer too. In the time I've known you, really, your enthusiasm is fantastic, but your knowledge and understanding and relating to people is spectacular. So I salute you for that, for sure.
I appreciate that. Well, and you and Ed and all of Fifth Element, but what you're doing specifically right now with this and getting the word out and helping people inspire other people to inspire, Mark, is massive to me. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, me too. You're the best. So keep it up. Your mom's fantastic, but you don't need to be
Yes.
her. You can be you.
Luckily.
um,
Thank you. Big heart.
thanks, man. You're the best.
Bye.
Bye, Tami.